Hi and welcome to my channel. We are bringing you along with us on our epic journey across 9 states of the United States of America, and we've done this in 25 days. So yeah, this is our journey. We started off down at Heathrow. We stayed over the night before. It was a long flight, so we started off with a little hotel picnic before flying from Terminal 5, which is, I think, amazing. The queues are great. Security's not too bad. So yeah, here we are on our first flight to Boston. And this is my husband. He's always more interested in the movies on the flight than talking to me. So yeah, we flew to Boston. It was really easy. It was pretty quick. It came in at around about 6 hours, I think, from Heathrow to Boston. I've never been before, so I was very excited. We started off on the East Coast. We've been to New York a couple of times, but Boston is very obviously historical, so there were lots of sites that we wanted to visit there. It was one of our more kind of sightseeing places that we wanted to see. So here we are, just arriving in Boston. We stayed at the Boston Park Plaza. Now, and just to try and tell you a little bit about this hotel, it's beautiful. It's historically, it's very, very old, but you know, it's completely renovated. It's stunning inside. The rooms are a little on the small side, so just be aware of that, but hopefully you'll be out and about, so that won't really matter. We were pretty tired after the flight, so we just stayed very local that evening. We had a Wendy's. We've never had a Wendy's before. It was okay. It was, you know, standard kind of fast food fare to kick us off on our culinary tour, but it was good. It was good to try. The next morning we were up bright and early, and we started off at Back Bay Sandwich, which is just across from the Boston Park Plaza, and it's super cheap and really, really nice ingredients, really fresh. We just shared an egg and bacon toasted sandwich before we headed off on our day. So Boston Common, beautiful park. I can imagine in the summer it's even more beautiful. It was kind of grey that day, but still stunning. Lots of really stunning scenery. We had a good walk around the park. We seen Alexander Hamilton statue, George Washington, obviously. We had a little list of landmarks, and we also went to see the ducks as well. We headed down to Union Oyster House, where my husband wanted to try some clam chowder. To be honest, Union Oyster House was the most touristy thing we did while we were there in terms of food. It was a bit of a letdown. The staff were kind of pushy. The food was okay. He really enjoyed his clam chowder. My soup was kind of lukewarm. So I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, it was okay. It's the oldest ale house apparently in Boston, though, so check it out. We went to Beacon Hill, which is just the cutest neighborhood. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Greenwich Village in New York. So yeah, we walked around Beacon Hill. We got coffee. We looked at all the cute kind of knick-knack shops. Yeah, so we just spent a really fun morning in Beacon Hill. As I say, just walking around. We walked all the way along and back. Could have spent a whole day there, but there was so much to see. So then it was time for lunch part 2, which is one of my choices, at Sauce. Now, it's known for its fries and its sauces, but I got the poutine because the poutine's on the menu. I always get that, and it was amazing. Really cheap, amazing food. Really, really enjoyed that. So that is Sauce, which is actually next door to the old Union Oyster House. We had to pay a visit to Quincy Market, being huge foodies, and wow, it did not disappoint. We spent a good hour or so there, maybe a bit longer, walking around. I took some shots of all the food. You'll see just epic lobster rolls, cakes, cookies, candies. They also had like hot dogs, pastas. They had like Chinese food. Anything you fancy, you're going to find it at Quincy Market. It all looks really fresh, really good vendors. So yeah, a really nice atmosphere as well, as you can see.
It's a bit too much to make for a team. It's about 20p.
And you know, a dog petting. There's always time to pet dogs. We walked around the stores. It was a beautiful afternoon at this point. The sun had come out, and we were just really enjoying the hustle and bustle of Boston city centre. We went down by the water. I went to visit a friend who works at the Hilton. She's an old school friend, so we went to see her there. We went for a beer. It was just a beautiful Boston afternoon. And then that evening, we headed over to Cambridge. I wanted to go to Harvard Square. It's so iconic. And we got some drinks and some food at Grendel's Den. It's pretty busy, but good atmosphere. The buffalo chicken dip was amazing. I've always wanted to try that. And a couple of other things we did there. The next day we went to Cheers Bar. We didn't do the drinks and things. We just went to the little bar outside. Again, lots of walking around. We went to lots of historical sites. We went to the Boston Tea Party site. We went to several historical sites that my husband had a list of, that we ticked them off. We hit them all. Boston's pretty small, so you can walk around a lot of the places. And when we did get Ubers, they were really cheap. And then our final evening in Boston, we headed to the Gallows, which is something I'd seen recommended. It's kind of a gastro pub feel, but really much more relaxed. The food was great, service was great. We shared a burger and a pulled pork sandwich, but they're kind of elevated, very good. Check out the dessert menu, looks insane. They do one thing, Stoner's Delight. So yeah, then we headed on our flight to Florida. So we actually flew into Fort Lauderdale. It was a little cheaper. And we stayed at the Washington Park Hotel, which is on Washington Avenue. It's beautiful. The rooms are amazing. They smell amazing. We were pretty lucky this time. They upgraded us. It was our anniversary, so we had a huge room. Super big, lots of space, really airy. And it was relaxing time. We went to the 11th Street Diner. We kind of visit there. We've been to Miami 3 times now. And it's easy. The food's good. The portions are ridiculous. But it's just across the street from the Washington Park Hotel. So check it out, the 11th Street Diner. It's always hugely busy. We also hit up Bacon Bitch, which is a really cool brunch spot. It's so Instagrammable. All the sandwiches come in croissants, so you can get them naked if you want less carbs. But I'm on holiday. I wanted all the carbs. But yeah, Miami, we just chilled. We sat around the pool. The weather was fantastic. We didn't do any sightseeing because it was our relaxing section of the holiday. We grabbed some tacos and some burritos for an early dinner one night. And then we headed to Ocean Drive for some drinks. If you've never been to Ocean Drive, you have to visit Ocean Drive. It is beautiful Art Deco street. Crazy, like in the evenings, party atmosphere, but still great places to eat. You're right across the street from the beach. Amazing cars drive up and down. It's just a real experience, so you have to visit Ocean Beach. It's not picking it. New Orleans is unlike anywhere else we've ever visited. It's full of characters, live music, great food. This is Jackson Square, where you'll find the cathedral. Lots of stunning buildings with fantastic architecture. Really special and unique. This is just a little bit of the French Quarter that we seen during our time there. We visited some fantastic places to eat as well, including the Ruby Slipper Cafe, which came highly recommended for brunch, and I had the best sandwich of our entire trip there. Cafe Amélie, which is just beautiful, and it was such a special experience to go for lunch there. It was this beautiful courtyard. It was pouring down with rain, but it was still stunning, and we had just amazing food, jambalaya, and the whole experience was just out of this world. We saw quite a lot of live music while we were there. We went to Frenchmen Street, to Bourbon Street. We even seen this